of all these different executives from all over, and it's important to just follow up with everybody every day, all the time. I'm constantly hitting up all these different radio stations and trying to set up tours and things. We, in only 5 months, we managed this little girl group called the Varsity Girls. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Marlon knows about them. Marlon actually worked on the first video with us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think he showed it to us.
So you seen the video?
I got to show them. I got to show them behind the scenes how the video got built too. Yep. So they got to break it down. Because
I mean, we grind so hard every day. We got these girls. They've got about 16, 17 songs now, way more than an album, and we're going to keep growing, keep doing more and more songs. Brooke Hogan wrote them a song. Pink wrote them a song. We've got them endorsed by Walmart. We had them open for President Obama. So it's just a matter of time now. We build the package, we go back up there, revisit it. Now I'm going to sit in front of them and say, okay, now we get Walmart, we got this, we got this, we got this. Train's moving, you want to be a part of it or not? Because I know I'll go with Universal and they'll want to be a part of it. So, or go to Disney, they'll want to be a part of it, you know what I mean? So it's just about kind of creating that little bit of a bidding war. But that is the business. That's the name of the game. That's how it happens. The creative side to it, unfortunately, it doesn't happen without it. So it's the most imperative part to the business, but how much success you have is really contingent upon how much time, effort, and work you put in on the hustling side. Like out there, talking, meeting, networking, promoting. That's what's gonna make or break you, you know? Because I've seen so many people come through here, even just clients of ours, you know, unbelievably talented. Like people that have perfect pitch. They can hear a note and tell you what note it is. Like they're that amazingly talented, but they don't have management around them. They're not promoting themselves. They're not just aggressive with it. They make a lot of music, but they don't do anything with it. Those people may never be as big or successful or as popular as they could be or should be because they just aren't doing that whole other piece, you know. This is my, this is Surefire, by the way. This is all of us, so you can see. We do everything from, you know, production to songwriting to administrative efforts, you know, to security. I mean, you name it, everything. Everybody's got a job, everybody does it.
So my next question is this. What's your educational background? How did you know that this was what you wanted to do? Was it an accident? Did you get jumped by a whole bunch of musicians say, yo, make me my music?
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, I've always, probably like you all, I've always just had the addiction to music, you know what I mean? Like, even when I was younger, high school, everything, always, like, that was just my thing. I always download the new music or whatever. I was that dude in high school that people would always come to my crib to get the new whatever, because back then it was Napster. So I'm not gonna lie, I had Napster. I'd get all the free music and all that stuff back when it first came out in high school, and I was that dude that always had all the new stuff, and everyone was coming over like, oh, let's get the new record, you heard the new Eminem? Because when Eminem was just coming out too, was when I was in high school, so we were getting out all the new music or whatever. That was just my thing, and then I got, you ever hear of a program called Fruity Loops? You guys may have. That was the first program I ever got, Fruity Loops 1, the first one that they ever came out with. I got that back in high school and started making little beats and things. And then friends of mine were rappers, and so they started writing to different beats, and so I got Cakewalk. You ever hear Cakewalk? It's another program that you could run on a PC, and so I could import my Fruity Loop beats into Cakewalk, and then I could record their vocals. And it was this real whack, crazy setup that I had in my crib when I was little. But, you know, plugging one thing into another thing, and, you know, whatever it took to make it work. It was all static, but it was cool because I was recording, and nobody in high school was doing that. So it was just dope that I had all these beats that I made, and I had all my friends that were rappers spitting all my different beats. You know, so I just started kind of getting into that, and then when I got into college, I linked up with other people that were doing a similar thing. Another dude that had the same program I had, he was making crazy beats, and I was making beats, and another dude that was DJing, and so we just kind of started linking up, and then I started actually selling beats, you know, for like 20 bucks, whatever. I mean, you work on a beat for like hours and then go sell it to somebody for 20 bucks, kind of whack, but that's what you're doing in high school, and I mean in college, and at that point too, I didn't have anybody I was working with, so I must have had like 100 beats, you know what I mean? So 20 bucks a pop, I'm looking at it like, yeah, I can make some bread. So I had my beats and I'm burning them on CDs and just selling them to rappers around college and stuff. And then I started having different ones come through and record, and we'd make CDs. No, well, kind of, but you know, if you want it, then you can get it. You just have to do it and you'll get it. There's no such thing as I can't or I won't or impossible. There's no such thing. If you want it, you can get it and you can do it. And you just start to realize, you know what, it's so right in front of my face, but I never realized. I'm like, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be doing music. So a friend of mine in the military was here at UMass Lowell, and he was like, you should go to Lowell because Lowell's, A, it's a state school, so the military will pay for you, and B, it's a music school, so you can actually do music and not the live sound stuff.
I heard that
like,
this music school here is
unbelievable. Yeah,
it's like top notch all across the U.S.
Great program. So I
right
switched.
here in your neighborhoods, guys. Right here, you got a top notch music school. Like, can't mess with that.
So I switched. I came over here. I met up with my partners, Brady, OZ, a whole group of us, and I linked up with two others that were going to school with my cousin in Maine. My cousin's a rapper too, and he was recording with these other dudes, and we all kind of started to come together and just built this team. Started doing the music thing, and then hitting Boston heavy and going to all the Boston events, and networking with the all the different clubs and organizations and things that were in the city, and I made sure I was there at every single one. All of us were. So we rolled deep every time. Business cards, CDs, everything, and just boom, boom, boom. And after a couple of years, everybody knew who Surefire was.
Right, because what's let's say you work in a company like this. What's the average pay or income that somebody might get, ranging doing kind of music editing or internships? I mean, usually internships are not paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
it depends.
What's your range usually?
You could easily do, a commercial for somebody or something that's a small. It depends on how much they're going to use it too. Because if it's like some company's going to put something and they're just going to put it on the internet, you could get for one beat. For example, Under Armour. Okay, here's a good example. Under Armour. The first commercial we did for them for the Click Clack cleats. It's like cleats that they had. They gave us the commercial. It was done. We just had to score all the music underneath it, track out all the music parts, and then send them the files. And so they sent us the commercial. We did the music, sent them back, and then we billed them $17,000 for the one track. So we was in here for like 2 days straight working. So it's really like 48 hours of work, sleeping here on the couch, getting it done because we knew we had to do it. At the end of that 2-day spree, we sent them the music, and then a week later they sent us a check for 17 grand. He's got an artist like Sirius Jones. You guys ever heard of Sirius Jones? Yeah. Rapper, beat Gin, my MTV Fight Club battle. He's a good friend. I've known him for years. He was signed to a label. We've done a bunch of stuff with him, and the label had something set up where they agreed on a price and what they were going to do. And so we had him up here for a week, and we cut a whole bunch of records. He left after a week. The label only paid us $2,000, and they only took like 2 of the records that we did, so it was like $1,000 each. So there's one end of it, and then there's the low end of it. And so you kind of like, we put in a lot of work for 2 G's. You kind of like, what's that? You know what I mean? And it wasn't his fault, it's the label's fault, because the label switched what they were going to do, their marketing scheme changed, and they cut the budget. And if that's what they decided to do, there's nothing you can do about it, because you're taking a risk by working with the artist. Neo. We've done 6 songs for Neo now, and I haven't been paid a single penny for any of those yet. Because
also poor Neo.
I don't know what's going to happen with him. I don't know if they're going to use him. I don't know if they're going to, Neo writes for everybody, so they might take the song and sell it to another artist, and that's just the way that it goes. I don't know, but I wasn't going to miss the opportunity to work with Neo, so we were like, yep, come on in, done deal, it's cool, whatever you need, boom. And we banged out 6 songs with them, and now they're there.
In the studio?
Yeah. Yep. You came here, we went to New York, to Sony. There are like 3 facets to our business here. The production, which is what we've been talking about, the big stuff. The management, where I manage like the girls. I manage Makio. I don't know if you guys know Makio from Boston. He was on Making the Band. R&B singer. We put out an album over in Japan, Germany, South Africa. We must have sold about 12,000 copies of that album to date, and now we're going to release another album, all completely independently. And so you think there's a whole nother angle, but we're distributing this album worldwide. He's got fans that love him. They watch his videos and everything. You're selling an album for $10 a pop. We sold out 12,000 of them.
A lot of money.
We're independent, you know what I mean? I'm not splitting that with anybody. I'm splitting it with my family and my people, you know what I mean? And you put a lot of time and effort in, so we must have spent almost a year working on his album and his music videos and stuff. And if I equated all the studio time and everything we put into it, probably over, $120,000, $150,000 worth of studio time and video time and everything that we invested over the course of a year. So by selling all that many albums and you make about $120,000 back, kind of like we broke even. Really, we didn't make any money, you know what I mean? But now he's out there, all this stuff is happening, he's got exposure, he's got visibility, he's got a fan base, and now the second project that we do is that much easier, because we've got the interest now from the label and from these other corporations to be a part of it, so.
I got a question though. How long does it usually take you to make a beat?
It depends. If I'm inspired, like if I got an idea, if somebody's in here, you know, and they just give me a thought, I can have a beat done in like an hour. I've done beats before in like 45 minutes. It just depends on what it is, you know? If they have a direction to where they want to go with it. But if I'm in here and I'm struggling, and you know what I mean, like, we've had commercials. We had to do a commercial one time, and they gave us the most horrible direction ever. They're like, yeah, we need it to sound really happy, but really sad at the same time. It's gonna be like really up-tempo, but like really kind of slow too, you know what I mean? It's got to kind of have this like really suspenseful, but like, you're like, there's no direction at all. So I'm sitting there like, I don't know what the hell to do. You know what I mean? So you can play a bunch of stuff, you're like, oh, cool, this might work. I don't really know. So you messing around, it's like 6 hours later, and you still don't like it. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell they want me to do. You know what I mean? So you just have to pick something and just go with it.
So let's say somebody wanted to, what kind of qualities in an employee are you looking for? If somebody wants to work here or intern here, what kind of things are you looking for?
You're looking for a renaissance man. You're looking for somebody that is open and willing to do anything and everything. Like, all right, I'll do video. All right, cool, I'll do audio. All right, you know what? I'll just be in the office answering phones all day because I know you never know. Like I said, that part of it is one of the biggest parts. I mean, Sean will tell you, like, we spend most of our day on the computer and on the phone, you know, texting, emailing, calling. We do more of that than we do music, you know? And the music part's the easy part. And then the easy part, once that's done, then it's that. So that's the quality you look for, you know what I mean? Like the I don't care what it takes to get it, I'm just going to do it so I can get it type of mentality. It's the only way.
Thanks, brother.
No, family.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
So, hey, it's great to meet you guys, man. Great to meet you. Best of luck to everybody, man. It's great to meet
You
y'all.
work with local rappers too?
Of course, yeah. Great to meet you, man. Yeah, we work with everybody from all over.
Any last words to the camera?
Last words, surefiremusicgroup.com. Check it out. Varsity Girls, Makio. Stay out. You know what it is. This is Jay from Surefire Music Group giving a big shout out to UTech. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, I like that.
Graffiti.
Okay.
I know you're gonna do that. You're not gonna put things, I'm gonna put bunnies
I took a
on the
picture of
computer.
that.
So tomorrow, you guys are gonna edit this.